I received a letter from Jeff Scheeler, who is the newly elected minister of the St. John the Baptist province, in response to my letter of congratulations. Before I read that, let me rehearse how all this started. You may have heard it before, but I think it's good to repeat it.
Microphone.
It's good to repeat it one more time. You know that we've had interprovincial convocations, we've had restructuring committees, we had interprovincial provincial council meetings over the years. And at the last interprovincial convocation dealt with this issue. And when it came time for the provincial councils of Guadalupe, St. John the Baptist, Sacred Heart, and ourselves to meet, what came up, the decision that came up was another committee. And the members of our provincial definitorium said, enough of committees. We don't know what else we would talk about in terms of interprovincial collaboration or restructuring. So we had a little discussion among ourselves, and unanimously the members of the Provincial Council recommended that I propose to St. John the Baptist province that we look beyond having a committee, but actually start talking about forming a new province. The reason we focused on St. John the Baptist province was Our Lady of Guadalupe province said that their natural connections are with Mexico and with St. Barbara province. So they thought that it wouldn't make much sense for them to be involved in dealing with the Midwest provinces. And the Sacred Heart province did not want to do anything more than establish another committee and continue dialogue. And so it was recommended to me, and I accepted this recommendation, that we move this ahead. And in December, John and I met with Jeff Scheeler, who was at that time the Vicar Provincial, and Fred Link, who was the Provincial at that time, and we crafted a proposal, something similar to the one we're considering. And then later on, it was brought before a meeting of the two provincial definitoria. It received the form it now has. So that's how we got to where we are. Now, let me continue with Jeff's letter. As you probably know, our chapter overwhelmingly passed the proposal to enter into dialogue with the ABVM province for the possible creation of a new province. The vote was 98 yes, 5 no, 5 abstentions. Substantial support by the friars of the St. John the Baptist province. All in all, there was great enthusiasm for the proposal. The discussion featured the voices of our elders, the wisdom figures of our province, as well as some of those in formation and in between. The many who spoke in favor of the proposal saw it as a positive way to approach the future, especially for our younger members. Friars saw this as an act of faith. Chapter members thought it was wise to act now before we might be forced into a decision. A few advised that we make this a true discernment process and not presuppose the outcome. Cautionary voices suggested that the proposal eliminated too quickly other forms of collaboration and went directly to the creation of a new province. One who spoke against the proposal suggested that we still have not dealt with the creation of Our Lady of Guadalupe province in 1985. Some friars still carry painful feelings about that process and what they considered minimal input from the friars in general. One thought that we have not talked sufficiently about the sacrifices involved. Several friars felt that they did not have sufficient knowledge about ABVM to know that this would be a good thing for us. The complexity of the canonical and legal issues was cited as a reason to delay the process. Many times during the discussion, it was made clear that this was a proposal to discern, to talk, not formally merge our provinces at this time. That clarification seemed helpful to the friars. There were some questions about whether Sacred Heart Province and Our Lady of Guadalupe Province wanted to be involved in the dialogue. My sense that our province is certainly open to that possibility should others want to join in our discernment. There was a fair amount of discussion about the last sentence, namely, if approved by the chapters of 2011, this new province would be established as early as 2014. The feeling seemed to be that this final sentence was presuming an outcome and was not helpful or necessary. Some felt that setting dates limited the results of discernment. For some, true discernment needs to be more open-ended than that. Deleting the last sentence, they said, might make it easier for those who felt any reluctance about the proposal. There was discussion about amending the proposal, but in the end, the chapter voted to leave it as part of the proposal because it was stated conditionally. Further, we anticipated the difficulties either province wanted to make significant amendments. Others saw this as a way to hold our feet to the fire and give the dream some practical goal. I shared this summary of the debate on the proposal as well as the final outcome of the chapter decision with you. Please feel free to share it with your chapter as you see fit.